Hi, welcome to another episode of Wild Chit Chat, where we talk all things animal communication. And my name is Melinda Schmidt. I'm an animal communicator and nature-based coach. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about belief systems, specifically around our animal friends. When you think about the animals and the natural world, do you hold a belief of anything's possible and there is an incredible web of communication that's out there? Or are you under the belief that animals are here simply for survival and for the sake of their place in the cycle of nature, keeping balance of the earth? They are born, they eat, they sleep, they do their thing, they procreate, and then they die. That's it. That's the extent of it. So as I was growing up, I experienced animals in a very warm, connected way. Yet I heard the adults around me share with me how I was really using my imagination a lot, and that animals don't really communicate, that they are very simple-minded, they don't have feelings and emotions the same way humans do, which I do believe to be true. It's not the same, but they have their own set. But the way that it was taught to me is that they're just very simple. They don't think through things. They don't have the feelings. They're not capable of interacting with humans the way that I imagined they were interacting with me. And so I allowed myself to believe that that was true because adults know best. And that's right how we get so many of our belief systems is as children, we're taught a certain way and we're taught to believe that certain way because we're being taught it by people who are more mature, more experienced, and just know. The adults just know. So it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, and I felt kind of conflicted and a little bit crazy in my own mind because I'm like, that's not the way I experience it, guys. But I allowed myself to believe it really was just my imagination and that I had just this amazing imagination and that's all it really was. So I spent all through my childhood and well into my beginning adult years believing that. And then I began to unravel that belief system because I really began to understand myself and understand that while I do have a vivid imagination, some things that I was experiencing were not just my imagination. And so as I was unraveling all of this, about 20 years ago, I had walked into a pet store. It was a mom and pop, small local business pet store. I needed to go in for some food for my bearded dragon, who is a lizard, for those of you who may not know. And upon entering the pet store, or actually as I was leaving, I should say, because it was taped, there was a news article taped right on their desk, right where the cash register is. And it was a story about fish. And the title of the article was, "Do Fish Have Feelings?" And I was like, ooh, this could be good and juicy. So I'm reading this article and it was all about this. There was two fish, they were pets in somebody's home, and the one fish got sick. And so he sank down to the bottom of the fishbowl. He wasn't dead, so he wasn't rising up, but he just kind of sank and just kind of hung out down there. Well, the other fish they didn't say when or how long it took, but the other fish took it upon himself to come down and lift the first fish and start swimming him around the bowl. kept doing that day after day after day, just swimming his friend around the bowl until the day that the first fish got better. And I felt like chills through my whole body. And I remember thinking, yes, yes, I knew it. I knew this to be true. And it just solidified what I did know to be true, especially coming from fish. You know, I had experienced animal communication and animal feelings from dogs and other beings, deer, other animals. But fish, I had a really hard time with, because it was like, I don't know, maybe fish really don't have feelings and they're not quite like other animals. Maybe they are more simple-minded. And so reading that story that day, I was like, yes, it's all animals. All animals have this capacity for feeling and caring and going above and beyond what our human beliefs have taught us that they're capable of. So that was really what helped to solidify like my own belief system. I now knew to be true that animals are so much more than what I had been taught growing up. So over the next 20 years, I've been developing this ability to communicate with animals. And I'm really excited to be in the space of being able to share that knowledge with you. I have created an animal communication course. I had to think about that for a second because I don't have a start date yet, so I don't have a date to share with you. But I do have an animal communication course, so please come check out my website, melindaleeschmidt.com. At the time of recording this, it is under construction, but hopefully by the time many of you see this, it will no longer be under construction and you will be able to go ahead and sign up for my animal communication course. In the course, I'm going to teach you all about how to communicate with animals for yourself. But first and foremost, I want you to sit with what your belief systems are. Do you believe that animals are capable of feelings and emotion and care and being able to just carry one another around in the hopes of helping to heal them? Or do you have the belief system that they're just very simple-minded? Something to take a look at, something to play around with. I hope that you enjoyed this video today, our little wild chit chat. I will be back again next week with a little bit more fun, a little bit more play with our animal friends. Have a wonderful week, and I gotta come up with a good catchy little end phrase. If you guys have any thoughts, let me know down in the comments below, because it feels awkward to just end it without one. Have a great day. Bye.